Ever since the day that Joe Biden dropped out of the race and Kamala Harris eventually was elected to be the candidate to replace him on the ticket, Republicans have been without an answer. They can build no momentum because the candidacy of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is on fire. People are excited. They are motivated to make our country a better place. I, for one, am among them. And as evidence that they have nothing, tonight, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will appear on CNN in an interview with Dana Bash. And the right wing is losing it, trying to paint this as it's sexism, it's misogyny, and it's racism. It's just bizarre that this is what they're resorting to because they have nothing else. But what they're saying is, because Kamala Harris isn't going to do the interview solo, she's going to appear with her running mate, Tim Walz. They're saying she can't do it alone. She has to use him as a crutch. Scott Jennings, the Kentucky hayseed, the paid runner of his suck on CNN, had this to say about Kamala Harris choosing to sit down with her running mate. He called it weak sauce.
Is the line now going to be, well, why isn't she doing it by herself?
Yeah, I do think people are going to bring that up. Look, I have great confidence in Dana and CNN to do this. I think it's incredibly weak sauce to show up with your running mate. The fact that they don't have enough confidence in her to let her sit herself, the actual top of the ticket, and do a single interview. In fact, I think the hand-wringing and the gyrations over this over the last month show a troubling lack of confidence in her political ability, which also makes you wonder as a voter, well, what kind of president would you be if this kind of a small-time decision, can we do an interview or not, what does that look like for your decision-making process, so on? So, I think Republicans are going to think it's pretty weak to show up with effectively someone to take up half the time.
Yeah, I think people are going to bring that up. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm Scott Jennings from CNN. I get paid all kinds of obscene money to do what I'm doing, just propping up Donald Trump no matter what he does. I'm Scott Jennings. Weak sauce, huh? Well, before I get to it, before I drop the bomb here, here's Jesse Waters doing the same nonsense, acting as though Kamala Harris isn't a strong, capable, intellectual powerhouse of a candidate, the likes of which we haven't seen for quite a while, actually. And he has a specific criticism. Watch this.
Her handlers don't even trust her to survive a softball CNN interview. So Coach Walz is going to chaperone tomorrow night at 9.
She needs a chaperone, like a girl at a dance, according to Jesse Waters, who just the other day said that the generals, the honorable men and women who run our military at the highest ranks, would have their way with her in the Situation Room, and she would be paralyzed while it happened. Still has a job over at Fox News. So let me show you this. Here is from 2008, John McCain and Sarah Palin. Here's also from 2008, Barack Obama and Joe Biden appearing together for an interview. The next election cycle, 2012, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan. 2020, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris appeared together. If only I was able to, I know it's impossible. I wish I was able to show you a picture from an interview in 2016 with Donald Trump and Mike Pence. If only I was able to do that. Oh wait, yeah, here's one. But maybe Jesse Waters didn't know about that. I mean, let's give Jesse Waters a little fairness and charity. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he was just too green behind the ears and not following politics closely enough to know that Donald Trump absolutely has appeared with his running mate. But that doesn't really work either, because Jesse Waters just a week or two ago interviewed Donald Trump and J.D. Vance together, the same dipshit who's now crying and whining about Kamala Harris appearing with her running mate, interviewed Donald Trump himself with Donald Trump's running mate.
Fox News alert. Primetime went to Grand Rapids, Michigan this weekend, where we met with former President Donald Trump and his VP pick, J.D. Vance, at their first joint rally. This was also Trump's first on-camera interview since he dodged an assassin's bullet. Here's part one of our exclusive interview. Mr. President, Senator, I don't know what we have to talk about. It's been pretty boring.
You can't. You can't make this up. These people are without remorse of their lack of dignity, of their lack of shame, their lack of ability to feel humiliated or embarrassed for their clear propagandizing. That's what that's what Donald Trump has done. That's what Fox News does. It's all a game. Luckily for Fox News, their audience is largely, not entirely, but largely comprised of a bunch of cult members who watch the shows that they put on in an effort to back up the narrative that they already have cemented in their brain. They're not looking for new information with which to change their mind. No. They want to cement their worldview, and Fox News gives them that opportunity. Newsmax gives them that opportunity. They whine and they cry, yet this is normal. Presidential candidates are interviewed with the ticket. If she was choosing to stand alone, they'd be like, what are they trying to hide? What's Tim Walz up to that they can't have him in front of the camera? It doesn't matter. Whether it's tan suits or being interviewed with your running mate, the right wing is going to freak out about everything. They are gross. They are liars. They are propagandists. They are dedicated to the prospect of ending democracy in America. Because that's what you do when you prop up the candidacy of Donald Trump. A fascist, an autocrat, a weakling, a coward, a con artist, a felon. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to some of us. It matters to you. It matters to me. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Comment below. That'll help juice the algorithm. YouTube will get the message that this content is being engaged with and share it with new listeners and viewers, and that would be fantastic. I would appreciate it. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work for $2 a month. You can help me make these videos. You can help me grow this channel. Click the join button below. See what's involved in becoming a channel member. I would appreciate it very much. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Great way to help support this show, not just the podcast, although it does both. I would appreciate it. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there. And I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.